Welcome back to the channel, dear friends. It's a joy to reconnect with all of you once again on this shared path of inner transformation and awakening. Whether this is your first time here or you're a long-time member of our community, thank you for your presence, your intention, and your openness. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe so we can continue to grow together in wisdom and compassion. Today, we are diving into a question that rises for countless practitioners, even those who have been walking the path for many years. Why, despite all our effort, study and devotion, does true Bodhicitta, the altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all beings, fail to rise? It's a question that touches the very core of the spiritual journey. We chant it, we read about it, we write it down in our journal. May all beings be free from suffering. And yet, when we look inward with brutal honesty, we find that our hearts remain closed, our motives tangled, and our willingness to carry others still limited by fear, pride, or fatigue. What's going on? Let's begin with understanding what Bodhicitta truly is. It is often defined as the mind of enlightenment, the wish to awaken, not for personal liberation alone, but to lead all sentient beings to freedom. It is the heartbeat of the Mahayana path, the force behind every great vow, every compassionate action, every act of fearless truth. But Bodhicitta is not just a concept. It is not merely saying, "I want to help." It is a deep, unconditional willingness to dissolve the self for the sake of the whole. It is a fire that consumes the ego, a light that refuses to flicker even in the darkest night. So why doesn't it emerge, even when we think we want it? The answer lies in the subtle and often invisible obstacles that remain unexamined within us. Let's start with the most common one: spiritual self-interest. Many practitioners unknowingly approach the path with a transcational mindset. We want peace, clarity, perhaps even mystical experiences. We practice with a goal, a desire, a "what's in it for me" orientation. And while it's natural to begin this way, after all, suffering is what brought us here. If we do not transcend this phase, Bodhicitta cannot take root. True Bodhicitta has no agenda. It doesn't chant to get blessings. It doesn't meditate to escape pain. It serves without calculation, loves without protection, gives without expectation. And that's what makes it so rare and so revolutionary. Another hidden obstacle is subtle pride. As we progress, learn the teachings, and perhaps even begin to teach others, a sense of spiritual superiority can creep in. We compare, we measure, we think, "I am more disciplined, I understand deeper truths, I practice more hours." This mindset, even when unspoken, creates separation, the very opposite of Bodhicitta, which sees all beings as equal in potential and deserving of liberation. Then there's emotional fatigue. Many people live under such constant pressure, jobs, families, health issues, that by the time they reach their cushion, they have nothing left to give. Compassion feels like a burden, the heart feels too tired to open. This is not failure. It is simply a signal that self-care and internal healing must come first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. But the trap is in staying there, forever postponing love, always waiting until I feel ready. Bodhicitta asks us to give even when we feel small, to open even when we feel wounded. Perhaps the most insidious block of all is unconscious fear. To truly love all beings, to truly commit to their freedom, means risking everything we've built around the identity of me. It means letting go of judgments, preferences, even our cherished opinions. It means embracing criminals and saints, the broken and the blessed, the oppressor and the victim as one. That kind of love is terrifying to the ego, so we resist. We nod in agreement when the teachings say, "May all beings be happy," but inwardly add, "except the ones I hate, except the ones who hurt me." And just like that, Bodhicitta is stopped at the door. So what can we do? First, we must recognize that Bodhicitta is not something to be achieved. It is something to be uncovered. It is already within you. It is your original nature. The reason it does not emerge is not because you are impure, but because the layers of conditioning, fear, pride, trauma, exhaustion have buried it. To uncover it, begin with honesty. Sit with the discomfort of not feeling compassionate. Admit it. Say it aloud. Right now, I don't want to save all beings. I want to protect myself. In that honesty, something sacred begins to stir, because Bodhicitta does not arise from pretending. It arises from authenticity. Next, expand your view. One reason Bodhicitta remains dormant is because our perspective remains small. We think of ourselves and a few others. But the Dharma teaches that we have shared infinite past lives with every being. The person who annoys you today may have been your mother 1,000 lifetimes ago. The stranger you ignore may once have saved your life. When we sit in meditation and contemplate the vast web of interdependence, the heart begins to open, not because we force it, but because we remember. And then, take action. Don't wait for Bodhicitta to emerge fully before you start serving. Serve in small ways. Offer your seat. Listen deeply. Forgive silently. Each act waters the seed. Each act erodes the walls around the heart. There's a beautiful practice called exchanging self with others. When you feel overwhelmed by your own suffering, imagine someone else going through the same. Breathe in their pain. Breathe out relief. Over time, this reverses the current of self-centeredness and aligns you with the great river of compassion. And don't be discouraged. Even the greatest Bodhisattvas struggled. Shantideva, one of the most revered Mahayana masters, was mocked and rejected by his monastic peers. But his teachings endure because he did not hide his flaws. He turned them into fuel. In one passage of the Bodhicitta, he writes, "May I be a god for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood." These are not metaphors, they are blueprints. This is what a bodhisattva looks like, not perfect, but willing. Not pure, but open. The world today is crying out for Bodhicitta. Not grand gestures, but small ones. Not saints, but sincere souls who choose love over fear, service over selfishness, wisdom over numbness. So if you feel stuck, know this: your desire to awaken Bodhicitta is already the beginning of Bodhicitta. The moment you care that you do not care enough, the moment you feel sadness at your own limitation, that is the first crack in the shell. Let it widen. Let it grow. Thank you for staying with me through this vulnerable exploration. If this message touched you, or if you've ever struggled with the feeling that your heart won't open the way you wish it would, I invite you to share in the comments. You are not alone, and your truth may be exactly what someone else needs to hear to begin again. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that we can continue to walk this sacred path together. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.